Yo, what's up? It's Jason. I'm back again with another video, and this time I'm going to do a little concert review. Just went to see The Damned, UK legends, punk legends from the 1970s. Kind of a bucket list concert. Really happy that I got to see them. All original lineup, pretty much too. Uh, in addition, I've also got some records, a couple CDs to show as well, mostly in the metal category, but one funk album as well to show that I picked up here in Toronto. So, yeah, went to see The Dam the other night. It was downtown Toronto. Never seen them before. Feel lucky to see the entire OG lineup. You know, Rat Scabies on drums. He's back. Captain Sensible, David Vanian on the vocals, and Paul Gray also on bass. They also had their synth guy, the keyboard guy. Was it Marty Oxymoron? He's been with the band since 1996. Now, I have to say, in terms of my review, I will post some video clips at the end, probably of the more, upbeat fan favorites, punk favorites from the 70s, which they only played really at the end of the entire concert. So, one of my tips might be, if you're going to go see The Damned and you're not that familiar or that into their 80s goth and psychedelic output, you may want to go just for the second half of the concert because we definitely waited a long time for that. I'd say after they hit like Eloise, which I'm familiar with, obviously, then the second half they got back into the 70s material, neat, Smash It Up, New Rose, all that stuff. Some of it's like left just for the encore, but it still just rips. And I get like that those are really short songs, and maybe they want to build that energy. But I don't know. I found the set list was kind of not to my favor, and I felt like the crowd was kind of waiting for that. You know, when they come out, you're kind of looking for that big rush. There was a good opening act too. Local Toronto band, the Itchy Bonds. I've never seen before. Maybe I'll put some video of them at the end too. They're like a local rockabilly band. They've only got some sevens out, do a lot of covers. They did Miserlou and all the usual stuff. 3-piece trio, but they were rocking good, and it was a good, nice warm up. Short songs too, which I do appreciate. So then after they finished, of course, you got the gap between. Got some birds here. The gap between the opener and the main act, and then the Damned come out. It's fun. They got Doctor Who as the opening song that they play out to. And you're kind of waiting for them to just like, bam, slam into like neat or something, right? And get the crowd just going wild. But no, what do? They just do goth hit after goth hit from the 80s material. You know, some stuff off the Black Album as well. And Phantasmagoria and all that stuff. And I'm not familiar with a lot of it. It's actually pretty good. I mean, I felt like I was a bit at like a Sisters of Mercy concert in a way, but maybe the songs weren't quite as good or well written maybe as Sisters of Mercy. But again, I think I would have mixed it up a little bit more in the set list. Have some big, pumpers at the beginning. Just get the crowd kind of wild and crazy. Then, slow things down a little bit and then come back. I don't know. That's just what I was kind of looking for more, but instead we had to wait for a little while. Anyway, overall, glad I got to see them. Bucket list. I've actually seen the Pistols before, back in like 2007 in the UK. They did like a bunch of dates at the Brixton Academy, a reunion tour that was killer. I've seen the UK Subhumans, and I've also got tickets for the Exploited, who were supposed to play last year, but they canceled, so that's been rebooked or postponed till September. So slowly but surely getting through a lot of the OG punk classic bands. Never got to see Ramones, so the stateside stuff, but anyway, all that to say, Damned. It was a damn good show. Now I will get into some of the stuff I picked up recently. Starting off on the CD tip, I guess we'll go the CDs. Used CD I picked up here locally at Sonic Boom. I got this Morbid Angel album. This is like the 4th album that they put out. It's not necessarily like their best. It doesn't usually make anyone's top 3 domination, but maybe it's like number 4. It's the 4th album. I really like this record. I think I had this one before and sold it, but anyway, I saw it again for 10 bucks. I was like, yeah, Morbid Angel for 10 bucks. Why not? Sort of an OG-ish pressing. This is the second album that they put out on Giant Records. The second and last album that they put out on Giant Records when they made their major label jump. So yeah, it didn't quite pan out for the majors as they hoped. I really like Morbid Angel. It's like, old school death metal originators out of Tampa, Florida, Floridian death metal, and Trey and the gang. And then they, of course, experimented a lot with their sound in the 90s. So this one came out in like 90... This is like 95? Yeah, 1995. It's still very dungeon-like, heavy death metal. Kind of minimalist a little bit, this album, compared to some of the others. And I think it's a bit of a precursor for some brutal death metal as well. I think they're sort of pioneering brutal death metal on this album as well. Yeah, I really dig it. There's a bit of experimentation on here too, a little bit of synth work as well on like Caesar's Palace and Dreaming, and Hate Work has kind of got some experimentation. But they haven't gone full techno yet or industrial like they do in a couple albums later. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I like this record. I think it's cool, especially for 10 bucks. Now, speaking of concerts, the last time I was in Toronto, I went to a bunch of concerts, and one of the bands I saw was this band. Didn't pick up any of their material at the show, but I came home and ordered on Amazon a copy of their most recent full-length album. This is 1349, out of Norway, Norwegian, old school black metal from the 90s originally. And this is their 2019 release on Season of Mist, French label, well known for metal. The inside, and there's a booklet too with lyrics and all that kind of satanic fun stuff. Really great artwork, actually. Folds over the cover. But yeah, just booklet just has lyrics pretty much and credits. Yeah, I saw them in concert. They're really good. Tinges of war metal, I feel like. A little bit tinges of it. But yeah, just your classic Norwegian second wave black metal. Does it up well. Does it proper. So glad to get that into the collection. It's my only album I have by them. They had a couple of newer... This was their last one in 2019. They've had a couple of singles or EPs since then, including they had a single that was one song, I believe, and then the other side was completely an etch on the vinyl. They were selling that at the concert, but I think it was a little much for one song. I think it was like 30 bucks or something. And the last CD I'm going to show before I get into a couple vinyl, I got the newest Coffins record. Love these guys, out of Tokyo, Japan. Also from the 90s, but not of the black metal type. This is more death doom. Really chuggy, headbanging stuff. Really fun stuff. I only really discovered these guys in the last year or so. I got one of their earlier albums. I got a 2006 record, The Other Side of Blasphemy, on CD at Sonic Boom in Toronto, actually. This one I ordered off Amazon. It's the latest one. Latest, 2024. Sinister Oath. And like I said, it's just got all those chuggy headbanging riffs and doom-laden death metal. Pictures of the band as well as lyrics. So the latest Coffins album. Happy to get that. Would maybe even consider picking that up on vinyl. But really, probably the CD probably suffices. For a lot of metal I get on CD. Only a few I end up buying on the wax. This came out on Relapse Records too, so there you go. Now, speaking of wax, I've got a couple of cool records. Why don't we go funk, and then we'll finish off with some metal again. But I picked this up. I found a used copy, 10 bucks for Materials, One Down. This is the second album by Material. It's the second record I've got actually by them. I got the debut the other day too in New York, but these guys are New York based. Was it Bill Laswell and Fred Frith? So jazz guys doing funk and disco Some punky elements at times. Not really on this album, I would say. A lot of electro vibes on this album. This came out in '82, so it's all New York vibes going on. I actually believe there's a lead vocal here by Whitney Houston on this thing. They also work on it with Nona Hendryx often on tracks. This has a lot of hits, actually. Not gonna lie. I'm the One, Take a Chance, Time Out, Come Down is also really good, and Don't Lose Control. I think Don't Lose Control is the one that is. Yeah, Don't Lose Control. It's got the '80s electro synth, kind of like Giorgio Moroder, or a little bit on that one. Take a Chance has also got kind of an '80s vibe with some synth work too. So yeah, just really great fusion stuff, funk fusion, a little bit of jazz, but not too jazzy really. More like disco and funk, I would say. New York disco and funk, garage. Cool album. Couldn't pass it up. Actually, did pass it up when I was in New York because I just bought the one album, and then I saw it again recently in Toronto, so I decided to pick it up. This one is still in the packaging, which means you're probably not going to be able to see much of it. It did come with a patch too. This is some black metal again. Atmospheric black metal this time by Exothist. Really good shit. This is like, originally this was just a demo tape he put out in, I want to say like 2000, my notes here, 2011, and then this reissue on vinyl came out in 2013. This is on Fallen Empire label, which I'm not really familiar with that much, but yeah, one-man project from Colorado. Exothist, aka Daniel Boos, and yeah, just solid atmospheric, hazy, dark, hazy black metal. Vocals and drums further back in the mix, and all the haze and guitar work up front, almost shoegazy. Really cool record. My only complaint, I did get the version that came with a patch apparently. My only complaint is that the tracks are not individualized, so it's just a full side of noise, I guess, and a second side of full side of noise. Not that, you wouldn't play it maybe all in one go, but yeah, it would have been nice to have individual tracks. I don't think the tracks actually have track titles anyway. I think they're all untitled. So yeah, that's my quick haul here in this quick trip to Toronto, ending out in May, the month of May. I'm thinking I might do a video of my best picks of May because I've got so much stuff. Also thinking about doing a video of just metal CDs because I picked up so many metal CDs this month, and I may not have showed all of them on video. That's how many I got. More shows to come. Planning to go see Napalm Raid tonight. Legendary crust punk band from the east coast of Canada, from Halifax, and some black or death metal openers, I think, too. So you might see some more video coming up soon. Take care, everyone. See you soon.
Do not go near the front of the fucking stage, you wanker. Otherwise there'll be no smashing it up to us.